Hello everybody, my name is Carole. Welcome to my sewing room for the first ever hashtag Friday Sews with my new edition, Fridays 5 in 5. So I did put out a little video this week explaining I'm going to make some changes probably between now and the end of September, but I may see how it goes, see if you like it. So the idea is I'm going to be very busy in the next few weeks, a couple of holidays, lots of sewing boring stuff, but I still wanted to show you garments. And I figured that if you're quite a new subscriber, or even if you don't watch every one of my Friday sews, I mean, there are 153 out there. I mean, why? No, I'm joking. I don't expect you to watch me every week, maybe once a month. Time is precious. But you may have missed some of the garments that I've made in the past and you're interested in sewing yourself. So I thought on a Friday now, for a few weeks, I would show you 5 garments in 5 minutes that I have made in the past, but chosen to wear that week. This to me has been so exciting because it's almost like Me Made May and a makes video all in one, because I've never done Me Made May. But this is just a little bit different, and I have loved dressing this week, believe me, and thinking, oh, I bet they haven't seen that, and oh, that was a couple of years ago, let's wear that. It's been brilliant. I'm going to put that video probably in the middle of this video, and I will put chapters down below so you can find where it is, because I'm not going to say to you, oh, you've got to watch the whole of my video and then get to it. I know you'll want to watch it. Probably if anyone else did this, I would be so excited too. But yeah, I'll put the chapters down below if you want to skip to it. But meanwhile, I still have lots to tell you on hashtag Friday Sews. I've got some new fabric. I actually made a pair of trousers I've been wanting to make for a long time. Did them this week, and I've got a couple of crazy funny stories to tell you. Sewing experiences with my Juki this week. Of course, I must thank Jen for starting up hashtag Friday Sews and that humongous sewing community that she has created from it across the world. It's amazing. But I do want to say a new channel that I was made aware of this week. Brand new channel. Sew and Sew with Mel. That's S-E-W and sew as in mow with Mel. I'll put the link down below to her channel. Lovely lady. She's going to have so much to offer. Very talented sewist, I imagine. She gets the Beyond the Pink Door subscription boxes. So for you pink door lovers out there, you're going to love watching her. So as I say, I'll put that link down below, but go and give us some of our hashtag Friday Sews love and discover a new channel like I did this week, because I love that. There is room for everybody. Everybody sews differently. So it's just amazing. Okay, onto the trousers. I finally made up my second pair of white Burda 6534 cropped jeans. So I've made these about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, in a very rigid white denim, and I will admit that they are a little snug on me now. So I had this stretchier white denim. It's got a slight bit of stretch in it. So I made up this again. One thing I've learnt in the past, where it's got pockets on the front and you've got 4 layers of the denim, this time round I did the inner pocket in a quilting cotton. It's kind of a beige, which really worked. You couldn't see it standing out. So I did have a comment about making these bigger, but when I went back to look at the comments to see that comment, it had disappeared. This is the original pair. The waist is fine. It's doing this zip up, which is like that. And it reminds me of in the 80s, we used to wear our jeans so tight. I remember going into a jeans shop on the high street where you would have the customers lying on the floor and the assistants would be pulling up the zip to try and fit you in this zip. Do you remember that, anybody? I think it's probably before we had stretch jeans with a bit of lycra in, but oh my word, that's what it's like trying to do this up. I'm oh, I'm like this, contortion, trying to get myself in. I thought enough is enough. That's not good for us. We know that now. So I have made a slightly bigger pair. The only thing I did, that pattern is cut as a 10. I cut slightly outside the 10. It's got a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance, so I made that down to 1 centimetre. And it's right. It's still slightly, it's not tight on me. It fits, but I know that, we all know that denim eases anyway. And I don't want to make the mistake of making it too big. So here they are. Not much to write home about because you've seen them many times before. Got 2 back pockets. It's got that lovely kind of western back yoke there. I just found this button here. I don't bother with buttons too much because I always wear something over the top. But this actually is a button off a high street clothes. You know when you buy clothes, you used to buy clothes and you used to get that extra button. Well, I always kept them. So I've got a branded button on there. Zip fly. I quite like these instructions for the zip fly, and actually it's quite neat inside. Normally I wouldn't show you that. Oh gosh, I've just noticed a tailor tag I haven't removed. Tailor tags are brilliant, but remember to remove them. So really happy with those. Of course I will show you those. As I say, they've just got that bit of ease now that this pair didn't have. I have to say, being that these are a couple of years old and that's the new, they're not far off in colour, are they? So they did well. So that was my favourite pattern for kind of jeans, and I know it's impossible to get hold of, but if you ever do, Burda 6534 is a really good one. I ordered a couple of pieces of fabric this week, and yes, I said I was done, but Beyond the Pink Door were just selling off some of their fabric at a reduced price. So, and it was a couple of pieces of knitted fabric. I'm going to have to look up and see what it was. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I wish companies still put invoices in their bags, but they don't. Saving paper, I know. But I ordered some reduced cashmere touch sweater knit. That's what I wanted to make sure I got right. In 2 colours. So it's this lovely olive green and this lovely pink. Now these, I think, are going to make some super jumpers, for lightweight jumpers for winter. The only thing I can't, this is kind of a furry side and this is a smoother, neater side. I can't decide which way I would want them if I sewed them, so I'm not sure about that. But or which way they're meant to be. I think that is meant, the smoother side is meant to be the right side and the fluffy side is the, anyway, whatever it is, I've got to wash it obviously, and they are going to be absolutely lovely as jumpers. So I was really pleased to pick those up. So what problems? I didn't tell you what problems I had with the Dookie. Oh my word. I don't know. We don't get on. Certainly don't get on with buttonholes. And annoyingly, that was one of the things that I bought the Dookie for, because when I demonstrated it in the shop, it did buttonholes and everything, but it really struggles. And I did everything before this. I reduced the seam down, I interfaced it, and yet I came up with the nastiest looking buttonhole ever. I'm going to show you and reveal. It went across one way first and then went across further down the trouser with the second bit. Took that. So in the end, I ended up having to undo that and kind of do another top zigzag, do a really small zigzag, and then hand stitch the edge. I'll put the photos in to show you what I ended up doing. But yeah, I had great trouble with that. I don't know what the solution is, whether I need that machine properly looked at. I had another problem with the machine, but I will just tell you, another job I did this week was I had to lengthen some curtains. So my daughter's moved into a new house. About 18 months ago, she gave me a pair of curtains for her grandson, my grandson. She wanted shortening. There was a pair that she got from eBay or something, and it was Lightning McQueen curtains. Now, if you watch my channel, you know my grandson loves Lightning McQueen. I've done many things for him in that fabric. But he had some lined curtains, but they were now too short. being the sewist I am, I kept those pieces I cut off. Thank goodness I kept those pieces, because I managed to sew them back on, and to be honest, you can't really tell. It was a bit of a hassle because they were lined curtains, but I'd sewed the lining back on and I sewed the other back on, and because the design is quite big, I've got away with it being slightly out. So he is thrilled to have his curtains back on. But it just shows, don't throw away anything. There was me saying that this month I wanted to do a big sort out and tidy up of my sewing room. Note to self, do keep things like that, because you never know when you're going to use them. So sewing all these curtains, I had to unpick reams and reams of stuff, and I used my strange slice unpicker that I bought a few months ago now. It's kind of a ceramic-y, bit of plasticky. It's, as you can see, it's not sharp. I'm playing with it, but it unpicks really well, just chopping through it, especially when it's something that you're not too worried about. You can get away with ripping through the threads without really damaging the fabric, and I got away with it. So this little chap has been very handy this week for all the unpicking I had to do. So when I came to sew probably this much final piece of the curtains, that's when I ran into trouble with my dookie. Needle all got stuck, it all went wrong, bobbin flipped up, does that a lot with me. So I looked inside, kind of put it all back together again, started the machine up, and it was banging. It was bang, 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 bang. So I knew something was probably wrong with the bobbin case underneath. I had a look at it, and it had a hole in it. I'm gutted I didn't show you the photo. But I thought, is that hole meant to be there? It was sort of the bit where the bobbin case comes like that with a big gap. And it was sort of in this bit here. Then I realised it was probably where the needle had gone straight through the bobbin case, because it is quite thin plastic. So I thought, right, the banging is where it's hitting this hole, because obviously you've got bits of plastic sticking out. I thought, I've got to finish these curtains, what shall I do? So I filed it down with a nail file. I know, I'm sorry all you sewing machine experts out there, you're probably crying. But yeah, I filed it down, made it smoother, certainly got rid of the sound, finished the curtains, and don't worry, I have ordered a new bobbin case. I won't be doing that again, but how crazy. I went through the bobbin case with my needle. My father gave me a pair of trousers to change up this week. He had bought these pair of trousers a few months ago, and I'd actually raised the hem for him, but the belt loops were one missing when he bought this pair of trousers, and it's all lopsided. I'll put a picture in. I can't believe that they either didn't put the button loop right in the centre where it should be, or they've missed one off altogether. So luckily, because he kept some of the fabric from the hem, I managed to make him up another belt loop. So that was a quick little project. I think it's about time that I showed my Friday's 5 in 5. So what I will do is show you the garments, and down in the description box below, if I have done a video on any of those, or it's featured in a Friday Sews and I can find it, I will link the video down below. But I really hope you enjoy the inaugural version of 5 in 5. Before you go, I'm wearing today the Scout tee by GRAINLINE Studio in a viscose I made long before my channel. Lovely lightweight top. So please enjoy the 5 in 5. First one I'm going to show you is McCalls 8067. Now I made this in one of my, I think it was last year, my summer fabric wheel challenge. It's out of this viscose crepe, I would like to say, very flopsy fabric. Didn't know what to do with it. The wheel chose it, and I made it into this kind of cropped, because I made sort of the crop version with the collar. Now I have made it without the collar into pyjamas. But here we go. I absolutely love this. It's got the split hem. I don't wear it often enough. It feels beautiful. It's all light and breezy. It's got these lovely green sort of flecks. I actually bought this fabric in the sewing studio in Maitland in Florida. Yeah, it fitted me so well. I was really, really pleased with it. Nice, easy collar, no collar stand. So yeah, that's the first one to show you. That's McCalls 8067. So the second item I've got for you is actually, it was an outfit I wore the other day. The top is New Look 616, my good old favourite. But this top I made and I revealed in my second ever vlog, which I will put down below. It was copying a high street top I'd seen, just a black basic top. I did put some side slits in. This doesn't have side slits, but I do really like it. Just copied it because I was not going to pay what they were going to asking for basically a black t-shirt. The second item was my lovely Simplicity 9471s. Now this is the second pair I have made. So I made the first pair, which was in a green linen, and I did a review, so I'll put that down below. But then I went on to make them in this really floppy beige linen, and I really liked these. Now I wore this outfit the other day round to my daughter's, and she said, "Oh mum, you look posh today." Crazy, out of all the things I wear, she thought I looked posh in it, so I thought that was amazing. But yeah, so these trousers, Simplicity 9471, I love. I've also made them in a denim, so works every time. You've got these lovely deep pockets in the back, the strange scoop design, if I can get the light not to shine on it, that strange scoop design at the back, which is lovely. Top stitching everywhere. Absolutely love making these. So those were two more garments. Now the next garment is also going back quite a bit for me. It was the Patina Blouse by Friday Pattern Company. This was a blouse that I was challenged to do by a fellow vlogger, and we did a collab together, so I'll put that down below. But it was the lovely Jen from One Girl Creates. Sadly doesn't have a channel anymore, but she challenged me to have a go at this Patina blouse. Now I did wear this the other day, and I have to say I still worry about it being a bit low here. This was the higher version of it. It is a lovely blouse though, and I've got a lot of use out of it, made out of a viscose. But yeah, I think if I made it again, I would try and bring this up even higher, because I'm just, when I lean forward, I just get a bit conscious of revealing anything. But I do like it. I tried to do a Simplicity version that was similar, but I didn't like it as much as I liked the Friday Pattern Company version. So there you go. So that was the good old, very popular Patina blouse. Now I put it that day with a pair of trousers I'd made, Simplicity 7196. I can't remember when I made these. I would say it's a good couple of years ago, but I do remember the fact that Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room gave me this pattern. So I did this version here, I think, cropped, out of a really stiff twill with no stretch whatsoever. I really do like them. I don't remember much about them, and the fact that I had to tweak them to fit quite a bit, bring in some seams here, I think. They don't fit me the best anymore, but they do look a smarter pair of trousers. Cropped, if you can just see it there, like I like to wear them, and I have put 2 pockets in the back. This outfit again was very smart for me. The reason I was smarter this week is because I had to do lots of ferrying my parents around to and from hospital appointments, so I thought I ought to dress up a bit. So there you go, my outfits. That was so much fun to put together, honestly, and I can't wait to do next week. It's going to be very much themed on my week, actually, what I'm getting up and doing. But next week we are going to be away in our holiday home, lots of walking, lounging around, so I will definitely be doing a #Friday Sews from there. But the clothes I will show will be probably the clothes that I've just taken with me, so very much more casual, I imagine. But honestly, I had so much fun. I can't wait to do another one for next week. So we went, it was a bank holiday in the UK and it was a sunny day on the Monday. Unbelievable. I don't think I remember a sunny August bank holiday for a long time. But because my daughter and her husband and the family had just moved house, we thought we'd take the boys off their hands and go down to the beach for a few hours, which they loved. It was wonderful. We had so much fun. We didn't go in the sea because we've had the kind of the end of Hurricane Erin kind of affecting the waves and our weather. So the waves were quite strong, but it didn't matter. The boys had a whale of a time. So photos I will put up will be the beach photos. I know you've seen them before, but hey, every day you go down to the sea, it looks different, doesn't it? So I'm hoping to take some projects with me down. I've got a sewing machine down there. I've got a serger down there. But I'm more likely to take kind of easy projects, and hopefully I can get some Project Dresser Girl dresses cut out, because of course that will launch on the 1st of September while we're away. So I'll hopefully get some of those done. That would be a good thing to do. One more thing I've got to do is mend a pair of shorts, a tiny little job. Look, these are my denim shorts I made, and they're kind of my Disney shorts because I embroidered on my embroidery machine. Mickey Mouse is everywhere. But look, we've had a tragedy with the pocket at the back. So that's going to need some proper mending, doesn't it, to try and secure that back up. That's why I'm doing my 5 in 5, because boring jobs like that not very exciting for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do hope you've enjoyed this edition of #Friday Sews. I hope you all well. I'm just about getting over my throat bug that I've had this last week. There's a lot of editing clips in this one today because I keep coughing. How this throat has turned into a cough thing, I don't know. But I hope you're all well. Have a wonderful week, whatever you get up to. And thank you so much for joining me. And honestly, I am so glad you're here, and if you subscribed, that is amazing. I will see you soon. Goodbye for now. Bye.